Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and this is the kickoff to my first extended fast in about a year and a half. Now, before we get started, just a couple of little things I want to get out of the way. If you are the sort of person that believes that a fast is starving yourself, that is not correct, and you should probably go and try and learn a little bit more about fasting. I think Dr. Jason Fung is a great resource for that. He's got a couple of books he's written that I'll link to down in the description below, or you can do a search on his videos here on YouTube. Additionally, this video and the comments are not about arguing about what a fast is or if it's worthwhile. There are a lot of different people that have very strong attitudes about fasting and what constitutes a fast. I don't care. I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing for this fast, and let's leave the comment section for those of us that are doing this fast together so that we can provide support for one another rather than arguing about what a fast is and what a fast isn't. I'm going to treat this video as sort of a proactive question and answer session. And the first question is, why would I want to fast? Well, there are a handful of different benefits from fasting. The first of which I want to get out of this is autophagy. Now, I'm not going to do a full-out explanation of autophagy. The simple explanation is, it is your body's recycling program. So your healthy cells basically consume the unhealthy cells in sort of this regenerative process. And it's supposed to result in healthier skin, healthier hair, I think. But definitely skin is something I'm interested in, and possibly getting rid of some of this extra skin that I've got located down here that's been with me for the past 3 years since I lost about 75 pounds. The second benefit that I hope to get out of this is giving my whole system sort of a rest and reset, especially my gut biome, which I think kind of took a beating when I did that 2 weeks of tortilla eating for that mega tortilla review, or tortilla mega review, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to get into like TMI, but things got not great down here, and I feel that I kind of need to let my gut biome have a little bit of a rest. So that's item number 2. Item number 3 is, it just feels really good. It's hard to describe, I think, to people that haven't fasted, but especially once you get past 48 hours, you have this incredible energy and focus, and you can be very, very productive around the house, which I need to do. So there's my big 3: autophagy, sort of a gut biome reset, and some productivity over the course of the next 5 to 7 days. So why now? I wanted to do extended fasts probably once per quarter. Unfortunately, the last one I was able to do was Q4 of 2020, just due to some family and living situations. Mainly, we had my son, his girlfriend, my grandson living here, my daughter for part of it. And when you are the cook for another, 4 or 5 people, it's kind of hard to pull off an extended fast. Or also when people are just eating constantly, and when you have that many people in your household, there's pretty much somebody always eating. And it just mentally, I couldn't pull it off. I didn't have the strength to do it. But this week, well, first, we're empty nesters now. But this week, my wife and daughter are going off on a week-long biking vacation. So I've got the house all to myself, perfect opportunity to do an extended fast. In terms of how I'm going to approach this fast, basically no calories. So starting last night, Friday night, after dinner, that's when the fast started. From this point forward, for the next 5 days, possibly as long as a week, I am not going to consume any calories. What will I consume? I will consume water and tea, unsweetened, and electrolytes, but that's going to be it for me. So what about medications, vitamins, etc.? Now, I'm not a doctor or a healthcare professional, so this is not like medical advice right here. But I believe if you are on prescription medication, you should keep taking that while on a fast. So I am on a small daily dose of lisinopril for my blood pressure, although lately my blood pressure has gotten better than normal blood pressure. So I think yesterday I was at 115/77. I may find that I could be off of that medication altogether fairly soon. Vitamins. Water-soluble vitamins are fine on a fast. However, lots of times they have fillers, maltodextrin and other stuff, rice powder. So just to err on the side of caution, I am not going to be taking any vitamins. And then your fat-soluble vitamins, that makes no sense to take because I'm not eating anything. What else? Probiotics. Probiotics are most beneficial when consumed with food, so to me, I feel it's kind of a waste to take any prebiotics or probiotics. As I said though, I will be taking electrolytes, and I will be recording what I take, including the dosages that I take of the various electrolytes, just because as I dial in what feels best in terms of my overall well-being, I want to share that. I realize that it is a highly individual thing, but I will still share what happens with me. In terms of things that I will be measuring, I will measure everything that my Withings scale can measure. So weight, body fat, muscle mass, water content. I will also be using my Withings blood pressure cuff to measure my blood pressure. I will continue to measure my blood glucose and ketones. Oh, and I will also measure around my waist, right at the navel, just to see if I lose any inches. But I think that's going to be it, and I will share the before and after at the end of this whole fasting period. In terms of exercise, I need to do a little bit of research on this to see if it makes sense to do any strength training, if that's either good or bad during a fast. One thing I will definitely continue to do is my get up early in the morning and go out for a walk. Additionally, I'm going to have some yard work to do, a little bit of gardening that I take care of, so I'll get a little incidental exercise there. And if I decide to do anything, playing games in VR, that's pretty low impact. But that's going to be it. I think it's mostly going to be about just letting my body mostly rest. I have done a few extended fasts previously. I think the longest I did was 100 hours. And my two biggest lessons learned from my extended fasts are, first, ease out of the fast. So I will be ending this fast probably with a day of just broth, bone broth, whether that's chicken or beef, then probably some steamed vegetables. But your system is not going to be ready for going back to the way you were eating previously right away. You got to kind of ease into it, or it's rough going, from here on down. The other thing that I have found is have a lot of stuff to do. Be busy. It's going to keep your mind off of food. You may also experience some insomnia, at least I do. Oh, this goes back to things that I'm going to eat or not going to eat. I will not be able to have the Beauty Plus Sleep collagen from Perfect Keto because, calories. So I fully expect that I'm going to have some insomnia issues during the course of this week, but I plan on being prepared. I'll have some books to read. I'll have plenty of tasks to do around the house, so I can stay busy. If you're doing this, I would start putting together your list right now. What are the things you want to accomplish this week? Chores, things that have been on your to-do list for an extended period of time. This is the time to knock them out. In terms of my video schedule for this upcoming week, I have recorded already the food review that's coming on Wednesday and the cooking video on Friday. So all I got to do is record my pragmatic keto video on blood glucose testing or glucose testing that will release on Monday. Additionally, I will probably do a couple of live streams, though I think I will probably do them on my other channel, Lean Body Mind, and I'll link to that channel down below in the description. The reason for that is when I send out the notification that I'm doing the live stream, I will get people that want to be on the fasting live stream. My concern is that if I just send out an announcement here on Serious Keto, 200,000 plus people are going to get that notification, and I think it opens the door to a lot of trolling or potentially disruptive behavior in the live stream. So I would encourage you, go check out my other channel, Lean Body Mind, subscribe, turn on notifications, and you'll know when I go live this coming week. But I think that is going to be it for this kickoff. If I think of anything else, I'll put it down in the pinned comment. And we'll just see how the week goes. Maybe I'll send out little updates. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't thought this through entirely yet, but I hope a number of you come along for the journey. It's going to be a good time. Thanks for watching.